What's going on, everyone in YouTube? This is Varietistic and we're here for a comparison video. We have the Samsung Galaxy on5 and we have the Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime 2017. Both they are available in Metro PCS, and people, they may get confused which phone you want to buy, or if you still have the Galaxy on5 and you would like to upgrade, I made this video specifically for you. Without any further ado, let's find out. Let's start with the design as usual, and both phones, they have very identical language design style, as you guys can see. But I want to appreciate Samsung in 2017 for a budget phone like the Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime. It is smaller with the same size screen, so the bezel now it's just become a little bit smaller over here, as you guys can see, and we still have 5-inch for both phones. We have no LED notification lights for both phones, but the J3 kind of a little bit curved from the back of the phone, which is give the phone very good grip, and second, you can reach more points in one finger because the small even smaller than the Samsung Galaxy on5. And the Galaxy on5, as you guys can see now, this very general that you have capacitive keys, home button. We don't have fingerprint scanner on the home key. We have no LED notification lights, both with the same place for the volume records. Also the audio jack, the charger, the noise cancellation. This is something very identical, but this will be right angle more than the J3. This is very much curvy phone, which is give the phone better grip. If I want to get like a 5-inch display, that makes it easier for me, even if I want to put it in my pocket or anything like that. For the build construction, both are plastic, so we don't have any premium, but that is very acceptable for the budget device. These phones not expensive. Now we have the speaker located over here on the back of the phone, while the J3 Prime has the speaker on the side, and I appreciate this. It will give better sound, especially if you want to lay your phone and listen music like that. It doesn't interrupt the sound system. Other than that, we have some similarities, but I will give the design for the Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime. It's more practical design. As I said, we have 5-inch for both phones. Even that the phone are different in size, that doesn't mean the size of screen are different. So 5-inch, we have 720p HD for the resolution and the same amount of PPI 294. So we don't have any huge difference. Both phones, by the way, TFT, so we don't have IPS or AMOLED panel over here. But just to be fair enough, that phones, they're doing so good. And when I watch any content, the phones with the cold display, we don't have warm colors over here. They're very vivid and very bright, and for me, I have no any issues whatsoever. Absolutely, they are not the best in the market, but for a budget device, I want to keep say it's a budget device because eventually you get what you pay for. But these two phones, for the display, in my opinion, you get more than what you pay for. Now if you ask me for the battery, both battery you can remove them. 2600 milliamps power battery. We have different operating system here, which is the Nougat. We have the Android Marshmallow. As everybody knows, when they push more updates for the software, they should enhance the battery performance, but for me, I did not notice a huge difference here. So both with the same milliamps power battery, give me about 3 hours to 4 hours of screen on time. Both with the same thing, you can remove them. So here I'm not giving no advantage to no phone on the other one for the battery. Now everything we have said about the phones just threw in the trash, period. Why? Because what's matter here, the interior, what's inside the phones, the internal hardware on the phones, they're completely different here, and we're gonna give a big advantage for the J3 Prime compared to the on5. Why? First, you have 16 gigabytes internal storage compared to 8. Everybody knows 8 is not enough. The RAM about the same thing, the GPU the same thing, but believe me guys, the new chipset from Exynos, the 7570 compared to the Exynos 3475 makes huge difference in the performance for the phones. I'm going to show you this also by playing a game. Even when I launched the Geekbench over here, it took 3 times more time to play the Geekbench, to run the Geekbench, compared to the Galaxy J3. So, and look to the numbers over here. You guys can see 1029 multi-core to 1850 and 365 single core to 628. That is about 2 times faster for the J3. Let's show you some games just to see what I'm talking about. Now I have the Need for Speed No Limit over here downloaded in both phones. We're gonna start play the game. And by the way, I just launched the games at the same time, and the Samsung J3 already done everything. You can play the game, and the on5 still loading over here. And let me start play with the Galaxy on5 to see the performance. I mean, you can still play it, but the amount of the frame drops and the lagness on the game will be considered very significant over here. As I said, you can play it, but it's not gonna give you the best performance, not the best speed. Okay. Now let's go and play on the J3 Prime. It's much smoother, and you're not gonna notice any lagness when you play it. I mean, it's even much faster. You can feel the quality of the image or the processor when the processor manage the graphics on the phones. So absolutely, the Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime has a big advantage over the Samsung Galaxy on5 for the internal hardware. Now we have another big advantage for the J3 Prime over the on5, not just the internal hardware. We have the software. We have the 7.0 Nougat Android J3. The on5 has Marshmallow, and do not expect your phone will be upgraded to the Nougat. This is the limit for the Galaxy on5. And just to be honest with you, Samsung 2017s, they have changed the TouchWiz look, and everything's more organized right now, especially on the settings. And you have the notification bar over here will be look also different than the Marshmallow 2016 menu over here. Not a huge difference in features and stuff like that. Only few things here the difference, but as everybody knows, the software make enhancement for the hardware first, and second, you will have more features like a split screen, and this is, in my opinion, very neat feature. The Galaxy on5, you're gonna miss that you have multi-window, and you will have it on the J3 Prime. As you guys can see, everything more organized, especially the settings, and you will have a bunch of things over here. You're gonna be very confused, or it's not gonna be easy for you to reach the things that you want to do on the settings of the phone. Overall, absolutely more up-to-date operating system, more advantage for the phone. Also, we have more and more now sensors in phones. Samsung Galaxy on5, as you guys can see, we miss very much most of the sensor. So no temperature sensor. This temperature sensor does not exist even in the flagships anymore, but orientation sensor not exist, light sensors not exist, magnetic pressure sensor, gyroscope, the most important one, it's not there. So your experience for the 360 playing games like Pokemon Go rely on that type of sensors, while the J3 Prime, Samsung step up the game, and they're trying to put more stuff on the budget device. So we have gyroscope, orientation sensor, proximity sensor, magnetic sensor, very much most of the sensors you want from the phone there are exist on the J3 Prime. Now for camera, for both phone and paper, we have 5 megapixel camera for the J3 rear, 5 megapixel rear on 5, 2 megapixel for front, 2 megapixel front on the Samsung Galaxy on5. So on paper we have the same numbers, but does it mean that the same sensor? No. J3 Prime has completely different sensor, and the camera on the J3 Prime a lot much better. It's not just better camera, it's a lot much better. I have used both camera, I have tested the camera, I'm giving you my experience right now. The Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime takes very nice vivid and the autofocus work very much better. Plus you have full HD video to record, and the selfie camera has very nice beauty mode to it, and eventually you can end it up with very nice selfie pictures. So quality is matter here, but the numbers are the same, and you choose which one you want. At the end of the video, I'm not saying the Galaxy on5 it's not a good phone. First, the phone is 1 year older than the J3 Prime 2017, and it's a cheaper device. If more memory, the grip of the phone, the size of the phone, the speaker, the gyroscope, the performance, the speed of the processor doesn't make a difference for you, and you want to save money, the Galaxy on5 the way you go. But if you want a higher device, more features, better operating system, better location for a speaker, faster, more sensors, everything we have mentioned before, it's gonna make a matter for you. I don't see the difference is huge over here. The Samsung Galaxy J3, one of the best choice for anyone wants to buy a phone, or if you want to upgrade from the on5 to the J3 Prime. That was very much it for that video. Thank you so much everyone for joining us in this video, and thank you so much if you made it till the end of the video. You can subscribe if you haven't, you can leave a thumbs up if you want. Don't forget to enable the notification bell on your phone. Every time we post the video, you will be notified. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you in my next one.